And we're back with Live with Aaron and Kelly, and we are so honored to have with us our very personal friend and awesome entrepreneur, social networking guru, everything you want, all in one package. Jonathan Villaescusa, thank you so very much for coming.
Thank you, Aaron, for having
How
me.
are you?
That was
It's good
heck
to
of
see
an
you.
intro.
You know, you deserve it. And I want to kind of announce you also have a really cool little package on the way.
Yeah, my wife's pregnant with our son now. We already have a 2-year-old daughter, so she's actually due next month on the 29th.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Well, we can't
We're pretty
wait.
excited about it. It's been a long journey.
When's the baby shower?
You know, we didn't really have any. We had one at our office. There was like 6 people there. She's having one at her office. Her culture doesn't believe that only the first baby gets the baby shower. So
Oh, so the other one gets left out. Oh,
Oh no, we're gonna have to work on that. We're here at the station.
if you guys want to have a private baby shower, we'll get that in the
we
works.
could do one here.
Why not? We can do it. Well, what? Our cameraman said a bath. You could have a bath. That's interesting. So,
Like, you can take a bath.
well, the reason, many of you are tuning in, and if you're just tuning in, we're talking about business now on our segment. We do entertainment and business, and we like to help educate you, the viewer and listener, on all of our business tips. And Jonathan, you have a host of them. I just want to talk about really quick, for those that don't know, you currently work in real estate, correct?
Correct. I do work in real estate. I own my own office now for the past 6 months as Excellence Real Estate in Santa Fe Springs. Just in the past 6 months, we started with nothing. We've increased our agent level up to about 25 agents that are now working for
That's
us.
huge. 25 agents
And
in
in
one
what time
office.
did you do that?
In about 6 months.
Oh, I
about
can't
6
wait
months.
to ask you about how to grow a business.
I know, right?
Uh,
Because that brings in, again, you have 25 agents working. They're all bringing deals, right? They're all
Correct.
bringing, for those that don't know real estate terms, but they're bringing in.
Yeah, they bring in a deal, say they get a $10,000 commission, just say we have a split with them for them using our office, our tools, things like that. So depending on the agent, we can collect anywhere from $500 to maybe $3,000 average per commission.
Mm-hmm.
So it does us a lot of good. It helps us pay for the office, gives the agents new tools, which is the biggest thing that Frank and I have done with our office is giving the agents a lot of tools. What we've found, and a lot of the agents that come to us is the offices that they're at, they hang their license and say, good luck, bring us a deal when you're ready, and they give them a pretty low split. Well, we're from the background that, we've come from a large company. We've seen where the areas that are improvement, and it's give the agent everything that they need to succeed so they have no excuse not to. We give them
That's
good
important.
splits, and, we really encourage our agents to go out there and do it. Just yesterday I went out with an agent. We passed out flyers for about an hour and a half in 81-degree weather. I was just like this, passing out flyers door to door to door.
Wow.
It's a little bit old school, but you got to get out there and work.
And for those of you that can't see, because you're listening in on our radio show, he has a nice pinstripe suit.
He looks very debonair.
I think you could go
today.
for The Apprentice right now. You're so get up. You got the GQ thing going on right now.
That's something that my dad, I'm very grateful that he instilled in me from a young age. Growing up in real estate, my whole family does it for the past 30 years. So it was something I was kind of destined to do. No matter what, I've always been sucked back into it. And that was the number one thing he always said is you got to dress the part. And it makes sense. If you went to an attorney's office and you needed help from him, would you be that confident if he was in, shorts and a
Sweatpants.
t-shirt?
Oh wow, yeah.
Not
That
really,
doesn't work, huh?
and so I have a strict dress code in my office. You have to have guys, you're in slacks, t-shirt. Monday through Friday you have to wear a tie. On the weekends you can take the tie off. I'm not too concerned about that. But, appearance is a lot of things, and a lot of people will detour if you're not dressing the part. And like the example I give, would you trust an attorney that was dressed like they were
Right.
going out for a beach party?
Now, you've been able to build your business. Before you did this, you were training real estate agents how to do social media, and
Correct.
you guys personally have implemented it, and you've gotten deals out of doing social media. So explain that process.
A lot of what we do is social media training for real estate agents to better perfect themselves. But a lot of the time what happens is we'll get other people that are out there that may not be interested in selling real estate, but they are in a professional field. They may do credit repair, they may be an attorney, they may be escrow, they may be some other service that's related to this. They get what's called a referral. They'll get people that want to buy or sell their home or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They send them to us, we list their house, we sell their house, or we find their best friend a house. In turn, we make a commission. Okay, so that's how we made, just last year alone, about $40,000 directly from Facebook and holding
Just
these
off of
seminars.
referrals.
So, a lot of people say, oh, well, you can't make money off Facebook. Well, yes, you can. And then I ask them, well, how are you doing it?
That's the important thing. How?
How are you doing it? And the biggest thing I see is I say, let's go on Facebook. Let's look at your profile right now. We go look at it, and it's all about their homes for sale, this and that. Well, yeah, you need to put that up there, but if you are a constant advertisement, I compare it to watching TV. You watch TV, you want to watch the content of your show, not you don't skip your TV show to go straight to the commercials.
That's true.
So if you're just a commercial, who's going to pay attention to you?
Right.
So the analogy I give to people that are starting, and with Facebook, a lot of people want to start off with fan pages. I'm actually myself, I tell new people stay away from fan pages. You got to crawl before you can run, and a fan page is a full-time thing. So start with your personal page, and what you need to do is 9 out of 10 posts is personal stuff. So a lot of the things what I tell people to do is post things that people can relate to and can identify with. So what's the number one thing I find most people all have in common with? Well, number one, we all love food.
I was just gonna say food.
So that's the number one thing.
Is that your number one?
Yeah. Well, no, it's funny because after I left the show last week, I posted something about liking cherry Coke, and I had like a million people, not a million, but
Wow, you went to
in my
million
head. But I had a bunch of people respond, and it's like I could post something about, I don't know, maybe I did a commercial, and I wouldn't get as much feedback sometimes. So again, it is that like familiar, relatable thing that people like to, jump on your page and comment or like.
Exactly, and that's what they all lack is they're constantly putting up home loan programs or
right. It's
homes
commercials,
for sale,
right?
just a bunch of garbage, and you have to
Which isn't garbage. It's good content, but a person doesn't want to feel like they're being sold. They want to know the person, and you kind of build it to where they know you, and they happen to know that you do this business.
Exactly. That's the way to do it. Automatically, people when they hit your profile, or at least when they hit mine, they know exactly what I do. It says it right out there on top.
Yeah, you have a great one, by the way. Yeah, you have a QR code on
Yes.
there on the profile fan page, and for those that don't know, I mean, you can actually do a profile page, and you can then transition it into a fan page later
Correct.
on. Although I don't necessarily. Do you recommend that? I don't know.
Personally, I wouldn't recommend it because you're forcing people that are just your quote-unquote friends on
right.
Facebook. You're forcing them to become a fan. Personally, I've always stayed away from fan pages. I built one up to 1,000, and I don't find the use of it. I find I get more benefits out of the personal pages, and a lot of that has to do with prior to now with the new Facebook changes, but with the events.
Yeah.
With the events prior, personal pages, you could have you can message the guests that were coming to you.
You could invite everybody on your list, but on a fan page, if you had 1,000, you could not want to invite one. They had to see it on your wall. It's very
Right.
complicated.
So there was these little stipulations that it didn't make sense for you to have a fan page, at least in my sense, because most of my business is derived from events. Every single week I do an event at my office or at another location, and that's the biggest factor for me being able to recruit agents in my office and pick up these key referrals that are out there as well.
Speaking of your events, I mean, you've been able to not only tie in Facebook, you've also tied in other social media or even
Yes.
online posts. Where would you recommend?
Everything online
Taking
marketing
notes.
is what I've done. It's blogging with WordPress is a big one that I've been hitting. Really trying to educate the real estate field that you need to have your own blog. And I just put up a screenshot yesterday. I track everything with Google Analytics, so I can see exactly what I'm doing. And if you're not using Google Analytics, you have to use it. It's kind of like you're at a shooting range and it's pitch black. How are you going to know what you're going to hit?
Right.
You have to be able to track your performance. So just about a week or two ago, I put up a picture, and 55% of my traffic to my website is directly from Google. That's not me going, not from Facebook.
Wait, from Google search or
Google
an
search.
ad?
Google search, Google organic
So
search.
you got your page to the point where when they search a particular
It's
Topic.
popping up.
topic,
popping up.
Wow.
Exactly. So there's
Good
a
for you.
wide variety of things out there. Number one is agent marketing with online marketing. We get a ton of hits for that. I get a ton of amount of people signing up to our website. It's just insane what WordPress can actually do, how easy it is to navigate and use. And I tell everyone, if you can operate Facebook, if you can make a status update on Facebook, you can blog. You might have to pay somebody up front to put the infrastructure in for you, but I kind of just put it like this. If you were building a house, you'd hire a contractor to put the framework up for you.
Yes.
Right.
Well, now it's your job to go and paint and put the pictures and make it your home. And content is what's going to make your blog your blog. And it's been very, very productive for me. On average, I maybe put 4 to 5 posts up per month. So I'm actually
Wow.
what they would probably call a very active blogger.
Okay.
I try to be more active. If you put up, the more content you put up, the quicker you can be found, and the more content you put up, more engagement you can have with your audience as well. So, from one of my SEO experts, he says, put up a post every single day. Well, that's kind of impossible for a business owner like myself.
Yeah, you're managing 25.
So it makes it a little tough, but if you could do it, one thing he was saying is that you could rank over these top websites in 12 months' time.
Wow, is that wow?
But that's
That's
putting,
every
putting
day,
a post up
sometime.
every single day. So
Now, when you're blogging, is it important to use keywords? Because I've heard that too. Can you explain that a little bit?
Extremely effective. You have to use keywords. Now, your keywords, don't use a generic keyword. Like a lot of real estate agents would like the term "home for sale." That's not going to work. Or search for a home. Well, you can search for a home all over California or all over the United States. Search for a home in Whittier, California, 90605.
Right.
That's specific, because what you can do on turn is go into Google Backend, and you can search for these key terms and look up how much traffic per month Google is getting for this term. So if you type in home for sale in Whittier, California, 90650, and there's 50,000 hits per month, that's going to be a very good keyword phrase for you to talk about on your blog. Now, if you type it in and it says...
That's a good trick.
If it says maybe 1,000 hits a month, yeah, that could be good. You might get 1,000... there's 1,000 prospective hits per month, but there's really not that much there. So just be, very creative with the way that you're doing it. Go after these key numbers that are large, but not too large.
I just have one question because I know we don't have too much time with you. If someone's starting up a business like myself, I have a business, what are just like 2 top tips that you can give me when starting the business in reference to social media?
Reference to social media. Number 1, get a Facebook page.
Okay.
Go out and just become a friend with everyone. Number 1.
Okay.
Be careful on how many you add at once. It will ban you. They have some
but
interesting.
But the trick is to add key people. Like if you add myself, I have 5,000 friends on my page. Well, the thing with, just like in high school, if you were a quote-unquote loser in high school, you were unpopular, you were the geek. But all of a sudden,
stop talking about me.
Well, I just got to explain it so everyone can understand. But if you were that person, that geek in high school, and you hung out with the jocks, the football players or cheerleaders, what just happened? You instantly became popular.
Right.
So what I call it, it's like the popular kid concept.
So you're popular then.
I am popular.
He is popular. That's how I found you, actually, originally. I found you through that. You did your webinars. You did YouTube videos. You're still doing videos as well.
Yes.
You're taking advantage of the whole thing. So how can people get a hold of you?
If you want, you can Google my name. It's probably pretty tough to do it, but maybe the easiest way is facebook.com /JONV.biz, and Z is in zebra at the end.
Right.
So JONV.biz. That's probably the easiest way. You'll find me all over Facebook. If you Google my name, you'll find me.
You'll find him everywhere. You'll even find him with videos with us because Jonathan's an awesome guy. He's with us. And, thank you so very much, Jonathan, for helping our business owners and those that want to start a business or those that are in business for themselves kind of give a little bit of a direction. I know there's so much more to it. And you guys do workshops all the time, so people can find that right there.
Yeah, if you go to our website, if you are interested and you're listening right now, I do a workshop usually every single week. We do it live at our office, and we also have it available for webinars. So if you go to www.excellenceduo, that's duo.com, there's a full list of our events on there as well, and they're also published on Facebook. Just on Facebook, they only publish at a week at a time.
And Jonathan's, if you're a friend of either Kelly and I, you'll see him right on our list.
Yes, that's
Just go ahead and add him and say you saw him on the Aaron and Kelly show.